going to be playing in the UK and in Europe in 2027. And we're going to go to Poland for the first time. Yay! We're going to Paris. We're going to Milan. We're going to Scandinavia. How do you like working with this guy?
Oh, it's great. Amazing.
What do you like about it?
I mean, look at him.
Anika finally speaks. Rush is taking Europe by storm. And guess who is the new keyboard player for the tour? That's right, Rush, taking Europe by storm 2027. I have the details. Guys, I'm Eric. This is the Loud Boy Experience, and let's go. Rush in early 2027, January, February is when that leg of the tour kicks off, when the European tour kicks off, and it's across the board. This might rival a bunch of older Rush tours with regard to how many dates and how many cities and countries they will or plan to visit in the future. Before Rush heads to Europe for the 2027 50-something tour, they're going to head down to South and Central America. I'm talking Argentina and Brazil. And then across the pond, they're going to Paris, France. They're going to go to Berlin, the Netherlands, Denmark, 4 dates in the United Kingdom, Italy, Poland, Norway, Sweden, and finally Finland.
I'm Geddy Lee, and this is
Alex Lifeson.
And I'm Anika Niles.
After all this time, we finally get to see Anika, Geddy, and Alex in the same room.
What's your favorite place in Europe to play?
How about Germany?
We're going to play in Germany.
Oh?
Yeah, 5 shows, I think.
In several of my videos and across numerous comments, my take on this was, we will probably see Anika next. We will hear from her when they get together and make a video, when they gather together in front of a camera and make some kind of announcement. And that's how it's played out.
Not only are we going to be playing in the UK and in Europe in 2027, but we're also coming to South America.
What really struck me about this is how natural they seem together, which means that they've been practicing, which means that they've gone to dinner, which means that they've hung out, which means that they've grown to know each other better and are slowly becoming friends and bandmates. That's what you want to be, bandmates, friends. You want to be close. Otherwise, how can you make great music if you don't know the people around you?
Places we haven't been in 11, 12, and 13 years.
Was I born at that time already? Or?
Can you just remove the knife from between my shoulder blades?
There was kind of a natural vibe to this. It felt pretty natural. Of course, you're in front of the camera. Anytime you put a camera on someone, anytime you put someone in front of a camera, by default, that person will change how they are, how they act. If they know a camera is recording them or streaming them, it will naturally change how and who you are before the camera. It's human nature.
I mean, look at him.
Yeah. I'm extremely handsome. And I know it's really distracting for a lot of people.
Alex, as usual, was a cut-up. And then Anika had a couple of one-liners herself, and they were all 3 of them cracking each other up. Geddy left the frame at one point, pretty much. He almost left the frame of the video because he was laughing so hard. That, of course, is any default situation with Alex Lifeson in the room. You will, by default, end up laughing.
How many songs do you think we should learn for this tour, Anika?
Let's make it around 40.
Oh, what a great idea.
Wow, that's a fantastic idea.
I did the math. If they did play 40 songs, at an average of 5 minutes a song, guess how long that is? 40 songs, if you have an average of 5 minutes, it's about 3 hours long. Well, that seems kind of on the nose, right? Rush is really well known these days. When you have an evening with Rush, you get 3 hours of music. And it makes me wonder, are they really doing 40 songs? If they play all of Natural Science, if they play all of, I don't know, Camera Eye, and some of the songs that are longer than 5 minutes, if you do play those among the set, it will naturally shrink the number of songs that you play. Because it's taking, you have this much volume, you subdivide that by 5. Now, the second you start adding something that's 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 9 minutes, 6 minutes, it'll then squeeze out some of that space, and you'll naturally have less songs. That just makes sense. But I found it really interesting. She said 40. Now, does this mean 40 total in an evening, or is she learning 40 Rush songs with the anticipation that they will swap some out? Alex has said in the previous interview that they will have certain songs that they'll swap out night to night, right? Rush has done this before. You're going to want to have a different set list, a little bit of fresh notes in there, if you will. As far as I know, at the time of making this video, this has been confirmed. Rush has chosen the keyboard player who has played with Roger Daltrey in The Who. His name is Lauren Gold. Talk about a perfect name. All right, the 50-something tour, the Gold Tour. Yes, Lauren Gold is playing with Rush on the 50-something tour. If he's played Who music and he's played with Roger Daltrey, he seems like a really good choice for this tour. Honestly, until this moment, and please forgive me, and you can write all the nasty comments you want, but I didn't know the name Lauren Gold. I just didn't. So Lauren Gold, the keyboard player who will be playing with Rush, Anika, Geddy, and Alex on the 50-something tour. Guys, I hope you get to check it out. After Image, The Enemy Within, Kid Gloves, Between the Wheels, The Body Electric. Wouldn't it be awesome if Rush played a couple, maybe 3 songs from Grace Under Pressure on the 50-something tour? This year alone, we have the 40th anniversary of Grace Under Pressure and the 50-something tour. It seems like a marriage made in heaven. So I'm hoping that they play some Grace Under Pressure songs on the 50-something tour, especially After Image. Think about it. If we're going to honor Neil Peart, what better song is there? What better song than After Image? Suddenly you were gone from all the lives you left your mark upon. Nothing says it better. This song exemplifies how we feel about Neil Peart, the loss that we feel, and how much we want to honor him, respect him, and hoping that he's resting in peace. So yes, I'm hoping they play After Image, but I'll take any song off of Grace Under Pressure because it just seems timely and it seems appropriate. With the 40th anniversary coming out, we've been talking a lot about this, and especially with the Terry Brown mix, right? And again, not everyone likes the Terry Brown mix. I understand a lot of you enjoy the original version. When Rush plays music live, we hear the most natural sound. We hear the most natural version of that music, especially with some of the 80s releases. We have the album versions, we know them very well, but when we hear it live, it is a different mix. The entire spectrum of sound is mixed and given to us differently than the mix given on the album. And a lot of times it's more natural, if you will, or at least things are balanced differently. And one man typically makes the choices on an album. You have all your recorded parts. They're all across a massive multi-track. And then he mixes it to where he feels it's best. The band, of course, has input. They're along for the ride. But when we see a song live, when we see a Rush song live, a lot of times that is the pinnacle that we can look to. That is the best of that version of that song we can expect. And as far as I know, After Image has been played very little, if not ever, on a tour. So this is the time. Let's play After Image. Let's play some Grace Under Pressure. So many of you love this album. So many of you have commented and sent me comments in your notes and your thoughts on Grace Under Pressure. So here's hoping they play it on the 50-something tour. In the comments section across multiple videos here on the Loudboy Experience, you've been asking, Rush, will you come here? When can I buy tickets for the 50-something tour? Will they be coming to Europe? And each time I had a simple response. If the boys feel like coming, believe me, they will come. I had no doubt in my mind that if Geddy and Alex wanted to come to Europe, they were definitely coming to Europe. So with a glimmer of hope, this is what I express to you every time you guys mention European dates. And guess what? Rush will be coming to Europe, guys. We've been talking about this. And I know a lot of you are excited. I know a lot of you have already written me to tell me, hey, I'm getting tickets, or I've gotten tickets, or I've pre-ordered tickets. Guys, congratulations. So many of you have mentioned this, and I'm happy, so happy that you're getting to go. And make sure to bring your kids. That's what's really special about this 50-something tour, is the fact that we get to bring our children. Yeah, back in 2019, I brought my sons to see the Dream Theater tour. And we saw a date in Texas and we saw one in Memphis, Tennessee. And it was magical, it was special, and we saw all of scenes from A Memory. Metropolis 2 played. And you know why I brought them to see Dream Theater? Because Rush wasn't touring anymore, because this wasn't even a possibility. So if you have the chance to bring your family, your loved ones, especially your children, please, guys, whether you're in the US or you're in Europe or you're in Central South America, bring your kids. Bring your kids. No, we have lost Neil. May he rest in peace. I miss Neil Peart all the time. But the chance to bring them to hear Geddy and Alex and now Anika play Rush music live is now the once-in-a-lifetime chance. This is now that special moment. This is the chance to bring your kids to see Rush that did not exist a couple of years ago. It didn't exist. So guys, I'm excited for you. Bring your kids. I pray that you enjoy the tour, and Lord willing, I will get to go myself. A lot of you guys are actually buying multiple dates at the same city. You've told me, hey, I've gotten both concerts in LA, or I've gotten multiple concerts in New York, or I'm going to, and there goes my monitor, or I'm going to Florida and I'm seeing them multiple times. Well, of course, Rush will then want to make that fresh or fresher by swapping out some songs. This is a natural thing that bands do on tour. So I just love that she's at 40. It does track with an approximate 3-hour run time. Later this year, Rush will be touring the US, but also Central America for the 2026 50-something tour. So many of you have told me that you've gotten tickets, and I'm really excited for you. And when this first was announced back in October of last year, we talked about ticket prices for a long time. Naturally so, but it seems like an industry thing. So many concerts and venues and bands, the exorbitant prices of tickets and lodging and venues, and just the prices around the whole touring industry seem to be elevated. With that being said, I'm so excited for you guys who are going. For those of us who aren't yet, hopefully we'll get to. But now we know about the Rush 50-something tour for 2027, early coming in 2027. They're touring all those tour dates that we mentioned in this. It was so great to hear from Anika finally, and I hope we continue to do so. It's cool to know that Lauren Gold will be the new keyboard player on the tour. Are you going to the tour? Do you want to see the tour? And for those of you in Europe and the UK, those of you down in Central America, drop me a note. Tell us if you've gotten your tickets. Tell us if you're excited. And after all the speculation and all of our back and forth, and me knowing that they would probably go if they were able to now know that they're coming to Europe, for all my friends across the pond, I'm excited for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I am Eric. This is the Loud Boy Experience. You guys have a good one.